What I want to do is be free. I want to do whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want to do it. Now, is that asking so goddamn much? I don't think so. And a lot of people like me don't think so. And honestly, there aren't even that many people like me. But I think it's going to be a trend. I think it's going to catch on. And so I plan to continue to do whatever the fuck I want to do and whenever I please. Whenever and wherever the fuck I can. That's what I want to do. Let me repeat that. I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I want to do it wherever and whenever I please. Now, what do you want?
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
A miracle rebirth. The cynic in the search for something more. Fragrant air cannot compare to what it was the great before. Remember the good old days. Remember the sound. Remember the sweet Martinez on the ground. No, I don't feel the need for reliving. Some things are better off dead. That thought furnace gonna burn us. We worked paddles for so long. Comfort and fire outside us. Look like we burned ourselves alive. Remember the old band we filled these with pain. Nothing to lose, there was nothing to gain. No, I don't miss my span of attention. I do miss my old friend Tim. over. To those on the outside, start looking in. Open the door so we may begin. Time for you to decide. Time to choose a side. Take it effort, but first you must believe it. Fight, 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 fight. If we task our minds, then we can achieve it. Fight, 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 fight. Now is the time for a fight to rise and our actions to match the words that we speak. Love is love and blood is blood. The fear and the hate are running to swing. We need to teach, we need to learn. We need to listen to those who's to burn. To those on the outside, start looking in. Open the door so we may begin. Time for you to decide. Time to choose a side. Take it as it, but first you must believe it. Fight, 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 fight. If we task our minds, then we can achieve it. Fight, 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 fight. The time is now. We won't be silent. We can't be broken. We'll always speak for those unspoken. This world needs real change, not tokens. This sleeping giant has now awoken. We won't be silent. We can't be broken. We'll always speak for those unspoken. This world needs real change, not tokens. This sleeping giant has now awoken.
Oh yeah. Welcome back to another episode of Punk Up The Airwaves. This is Tuna for Sushi here. We got a good little episode for you today. Before I get started, let me tell you, we start off with Whatever I Want by the Dwarves. Oh yeah. And then the first two songs were We Threw Gasoline by Maryland's Idleminds and 4 by Maryland's Orlando Furioso Hardcore. The reason we start off with those two songs is Mr. Mike Pruitt is in both bands, and we're going to let you sit back and listen to a little interview we did with him. Talked a little bit about both of the bands, a little bit about Southern Maryland, and a whole bunch of other little things. So sit back, enjoy, make sure you check out both of his bands, show him some love.
How y'all doing? We got Kenny Bones
Hey.
with us. There he is.
Hook up the airwaves, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do an interview today. Local bands, Idleminds, and you said he's in
Orlando Furioso.
Yeah, the one
And
and
we're
only
talking with Mike Pruitt.
Mike Pruitt. Let me see. I'll bring him in here. You want to say something special about him before he comes in? Give him a good introduction.
Mike Pruitt is one of my fucking brand new friends, and this guy's cool as shit. Everybody's gonna love him, trust me. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are speaking to Mike fucking Pruitt from fucking Idleminds and Orlando Furioso. And that is one sexy motherfucker. How you doing, Mike? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How are you?
There he is.
I'm fucking excellent, man. Hey, let me start this off by apologizing to you.
Oh, stop.
You know, man, I really wish that shit because what y'all are missing out here is Tuna wasn't able to make the first meeting. I tried to do it on my own and I fucked it all up. And it was like the best goddamn interview I've ever had.
But dude, like,
And
think
it
about
was,
this.
you know,
You gotta turn it to a positive. Now we get to talk twice.
that's right. Yeah, it's what it turned out. It's just a couple buddies hanging out, I guess. But here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce you again. This is Mike Pruitt from Idleminds and Orlando Furioso, and these bands are gonna kick your fucking ass. Mike,
Yeah.
you want to talk about Idleminds first?
Yeah, sure, man. We are a punk rock band.
You're a great fucking punk rock band. So you guys are from Baltimore, right?
Nah, we're actually from Southern Maryland. Like we live. I mean, no one knows. Here's a funny story. The only claim to fame that anybody would ever know about where Idleminds is from is that band Good Charlotte, because they're from where we're from. And so when people are like, hey, where are you guys from? If we were to be like, yo, we're from Waldorf, Maryland, we were like, what? I don't know where that is. So we just grab,
I know where that's at.
we just latch on to the closest city in our proximity, and we're like, yeah, we're from Baltimore.
I used to live right down the street in White Plains.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I lived down there for a few years.
No, when did you live? When?
Probably like 2000 to 2005, maybe.
Oh, my condolences, bro.
Yeah, I was there for a little while.
You used to buy all your
Hey,
beer.
Mike, I don't know if I introduced you yet.
He's like, I'm buying all the beer at Jimmy's Paddock.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Go into
Fuck
ape
yeah.
hangers and come out, either get a tattoo or the porn shop right next door.
Dude, I got crazy stories about that dude Jimmy at the
Really?
tattoo. What was it called? Like Blue Scarab?
Oh, maybe.
The dude that had that tattoo shop. He was a
Yeah.
little cool guy, Jimmy. And how smart was that? He was like, yo, I'm gonna set up a tattoo shop right beside a biker bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
but
can go
biker
get
bar,
drunk.
you come out, one side had a tattoo shop, the other side was a porn shop.
Yeah.
Then you had the massage parlor down the street.
Yeah. Good old Southern Maryland, buddy. Dude, it was like a one-stop shop for fucking bad decision making.
Right.
And we all belong there.
Dude. That's what's up. So yeah, so Idleminds, yeah, we're from, we're Southern Maryland punk rock band. And they've been a band a long time. I'm like their, I think, like 11th bass player or something. They have a
So
problem.
we noticed on the site that it says bass player Mike Holland. So what's up with that?
So they only replace you with other mics?
I guess, dude. Like, we played a show. What did we? I don't remember. We played a show at the Pie Shop with Paperback Tragedy, which I love those fucking dudes. I can't talk about that band
Absolutely.
enough. And I'm walking through the crowd or whatever, and they're like, oh, like, dude, random people will come up to me and be like, oh, you play bass in Idleminds now? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, yeah, I used to be in that band. And another dude would be like, oh yeah, I was in Idleminds one time. And I'm just like, damn, I didn't know how to take it. What do you do with that? I felt like the third, like, It's like meeting like it's like when you meet all your wife's ex-boyfriends at one place. Like, yeah, you can fuck your wife.
It's like Spinal Tap with their drummers.
You always last in line for the gangbang, you know.
But so yeah, we Idleminds, I think the last record that came out was in 2018. I think it was the Brick by Brick EP. And COVID like fucked that whole band up. Like they were on tour when COVID happened. Then everything that happened with COVID, the world shutting down or whatever. And then I don't know, like February of last year is when I got in that band, and so we're coming out with a new record. Poor Allegedly Records. I think they've been hearing we're coming out with the new record for the last 5 years, but it's actually happening. Like we wrote a whole song together just last Friday night, and it's actually really good. It's actually really good. So we have like I think we have 7 songs so far, and then fingers crossed we're gonna get Will West from Paperback Tragedy to record it, because I love Paperback Tragedy. This fucking the way like those songs are fucking rad as fuck. So I'm like, if Will sounds that good, I'm sure he can make our band sound super good too. So yeah, it's a win. And it's all in house with Allegedly Records, man. So every band on Allegedly is fucking just ridiculously good. So it's like,
so since you're on the subject of Allegedly Records, what's it like being under their umbrella?
Dude, let me tell you about it. Bree and Amy that run Allegedly Records, like Bree's from the East Coast, Amy's on the West Coast. Bree is a wild individual, let me tell you. Like, but Bree and Amy love all the bands that they sign, and it's really a family vibe, dude. And she just like, they do a lot for punk rock that people might not know about. Like they do this thing called Punk in a Box. It's a monthly subscription, because they'll go to bands and be like, hey, we do this thing called Punk in a Box where people pay X amount of dollars and we send them massive boxes of punk rock shit, like fucking posters and CDs and stickers and shirts and shit like that. And it's cool, man. It's like $35, and like it's just cool, man. Like they get all the shit straight from the bands or their labels, and then like for an extra $5, I told you this last time, Kenny, for an extra $5, Brie will send you feet pics. And she got a wonky toe, bro. She got a wonky toe that don't make no sense.
Did you get that tuna?
Yo, 4 of her toes are straight. 4 of her toes are straight, but she got this toe that just makes a fucking left turn into Albuquerque, bro. It's fucked up. But worth $5.
So I'm at the website now. I'm looking.
It's worth $5, bro. I'm telling you. No, they're really awesome, man. Like,
worth every penny.
It's worth every penny, bro. Like, maybe if enough people buy the feet pics, she'll hold on to that extra $5 and she'll get her pinky straightened up.
Well, I want a foot pic on my own so I can use it for an album cover.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that's what the song was about, you wrote Friday night?
Yeah.
He picks some bad decisions in Waldorf.
Dude, it happens. It happens.
Every day.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, Mike, let's talk about...
Go ahead.
Well, let's talk about your influences, man. Who's your biggest influences?
Man, wow, you know what? You guys ask the hard questions, because no one's never asked me that before. I don't know, dude. Like,
we're curious.
Because I'm relatively new to playing bass, and like, I always put a lot of pressure on myself because I'm in 2 bands that have really good songs. So the way that like Idleminds, their songs are fucking fast, bro. I guess our songs, they're fast. They're like super fast. And then like Josh is like, you got to play it like this because it's what's going to make it sound good. And I'm like, okay. And then like I don't know, like Kenny, I know we played together. I don't know if you ever noticed, dude. Like I have to come with a bag of picks because we play so fast, and then like I pick too hard, and then my thumb gives out, and I start playing with my fingernail, and then I have to turn around and grab one real quick. Like I don't know if I don't know. Man, that is a wild question, Kenny, because no one's ever asked me that.
How about what's the last song you listened to?
What's that?
What's the last song you listened to?
Last song I listened to?
By your choice.
Soul Glow, this fucking sick ass band from Philadelphia called Soul Glow. Like
I know that.
Yeah, we played them.
Dude,
We played them.
They're so fucking good. I mean, I listened to, I grew up in the early 90s. I'll be 45 this year. And so I grew up on like Fat Records and Lookout Records and Epitaph Records. But then at the same time, I think 1992, 91, I went to see, I saw a Biohazard video on Headbanger Spa. And for whatever reason, that shit really spoke to me. Like my dad was a biker, so I grew up listening to like metal and stuff. And then I saw this Biohazard video and I was like, holy shit, this shit's tough. And so they were playing in Baltimore with Next Step Up and Sheer Terror. I'd never heard of Sheer Terror.
I love
but
Sheer Terror.
I convinced these older kids at school. I'm like, yo, let's go to this concert. And they were like, okay, whatever. And we went, and I had never seen anything like it. Like that was my first introduction to like the hardcore scene. And having it be Next Step Up, I mean, it was a good one. That show was out of control, but I was like, this shit's fucking rad. And so I did what we all did back in the day. Like, you get into fucking the liner notes of records, and they're like, who did this band think, and who's in then I'd go to the record store and look up those bands. Not all of them were fucking home runs. I bought a lot of shit. but that's so like, I'm in a hardcore band and I'm in a fucking punk rock band. And so it's, I don't know, it's just awesome, man. Like I couldn't ask for anything more. Cause like, I get to do all kinds of stuff. It's rad. And I get to play like tons of weird shows. You know what I mean? Like we'll play like, Idleminds is playing with Belvedere and Paperback Tragedy in I think August or September at the Pie Shop. Belvedere, I love that band. But then at the same time, in the same month, we're playing with Sick of It All and Life of Agony. Both of the bands I'm in are playing with Sick of It All and Life of Agony, Strength for a Reason, which is fucking super exciting to me. Concrete Ties, like this massive fucking fest in Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
What's the fest called?
It's called the Upstage Fest. And these dudes up there, like the Clearfield hardcore scene is fucking awesome. Like there's bands Inbringer, Assault on Fifth, Brace for Impact. All the dudes and all these bands are fucking rad as fuck. I met all these dudes, Steel City Destroyers, that do shows all through fucking Western PA and shit like that. And but the dudes, like all those dudes collectively every year, they put on this fest called the Upstage Fest. And it's just a wild fucking party, bro. Like last year, Madball played. Like Madball was the headliner. Internal Bleeding played. Like if you're into like the death metal and stuff, which is not really my shit, but I got to meet a shitload of bands. And the cool part about it is we're all just friends, bro. Like, so it's like they get these banging ass lineups and they're like, hey Mike, let's party, bro. So it's gonna be good, man. It's August 12th and 13th. It's either the 11th and the 12th or the 12th and the 13th. But it's called the Upstage Fest, man. It's a really good time for sure.
There you go, people. Look it up.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking David Mayersky kills it every year, bro. So, and I get to go to the shitty part is, like, if you guys come, bring a paper map, because every time we drive there from DC to Clearfield, Pennsylvania, like, I don't know if you're aware of where that is. I wasn't aware of where. I didn't even know it was like a place. And it's like driving into a black hole, because our GPS stops working. And so where I'm like, okay, it's going to take us 4 hours to get there. I'm sending text messages to David like 6.5 hours in. Like, I don't know how I ended up in Pittsburgh, bro, but I'm still 2 hours away, and I don't understand it. It happens every fucking time. Like I got to leave the day before to get to fucking Clearfield, Pennsylvania. Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that tune we had from our wives?
Yeah, dude. Holden's always my co-pilot, and he starts drinking boxed wine at 11 o'clock in the morning. So halfway through the fucking ride, he's fucking toasted anyway. I was like, yeah, we'll make it when we make it. we'll make it when we make it. But yeah, dude. So it's cool, man. I'm excited.
Nice.
Well, let's talk about Orlando Furioso, man. So this is Mike Pruitt's hardcore band, and these guys are off the hook, man. So you guys just put out a new album, didn't you?
It's coming out. We have it comes out in July on 1054 Records, and it's I don't know, it's different. it's like if you listen to The District and then you listen to the new record, I think it's called Voices. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything, Kenny. You know,
You're the bass player, man.
But no, it's called Voices, and it comes out in July, and it's cool, man. It's different. It's kind of a evolution of the District of Columbia, and yeah, we're excited, man. We have a record release show July 29th at the Pie Shop, so fucking come hang out, bro.
Hell yeah, man. So I would compare you guys to some New York hardcore bands and old school hardcore DC. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Kind of like a mixture of both.
Thank you. Yeah, like.
So I also noticed that on District of Columbia, Pablo Cabrera mastered your album there. Have you met that guy?
Nope.
Pablo, so you ain't met that guy.
You're giving.
I say that because he recorded and he mastered Cosmic Halitosis stuff though, and I'm just a fan of the guy. I think he does great work.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, The District came out really good.
Oh, it's fuck yeah. That's definitely probably my favorite album by you guys. I gotta say, man, that shit was fucking kicks, man.
So this time around, the record got recorded in Staten Island with Joey from Amplitude Studios. This guy's just sick with it, dude. Like, he was in that band I was telling you about, Cropsy, the Staten Island hardcore band. They just dropped a record on 1054. Like, if anybody watching this, like, if you like fucking no bullshit fucking hardcore, check out the new Cropsy record. And look, I'm gonna fuck the name up. It's Malfeasance. They're gonna make fun of me for fucking it up. But dude, you know what? It came out Friday. I have not stopped listening to this record. Like, if you like good fucking, I can't even describe how good this record is. It's not like anything you've ever heard, but it's just this massively fucking aggressive record that is just sick with it. So like they're coming. Cropsy will be here for our record release. So that's going to be the record that's going to take them places. At least I think so, because I can't stop listening to it.
Oh, you got a show coming up with them?
Yeah, they're going to play our record release show with it's like Cropsy, us, Scissor Fist from Baltimore, Matt Fisher.
Okay, I've heard of them.
Like, bro, I just watched them. They played at my buddy Jody Basham's 50th birthday party last night at this weird little country bar down here in St. Mary's County, and fucking murdered that place. Like, nice. Their Scissor Fist is fucking something else. Another local band from around our area, Betty Gray. Like, some of the most solid dudes you'll ever meet, bro. They're gonna play, and then I don't know who else is on it, but it's gonna be a good time, dude. Every time we go to Pie Shop, it is super fucking fun.
You got a date for me?
Yeah, July 29th.
Nice. There you go, July 29th to Pie Shop.
I have some information.
Get there, fuck you.
So you said you're new to bass. Did you play something else before that?
I mean, just being into punk rock and hardcore and stuff, I've always liked playing guitar. I've never done it like in front of people, but I think from what's helped me is like from 30 years of listening to punk rock and hardcore, and I guess like I can't play to a metronome, it's the most daunting thing to me. I fucking hate it. But I can keep rhythm in my head. Like I can keep rhythm really good when I'm driving in my car. And so I'm lucky that the records that the bands that I'm in that I wasn't on are songs that I like. So I already know how they go. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just 5 years ago, I moved back here from Los Angeles because I had like massive substance abuse problems and don't function right. And then I got my life together, and out of nowhere, Nick from Orlando Furioso was like, yo, I need a bass player. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a bad problem to have. And he was like, bro, do you want to come play bass? And I'm like, okay. Like, you know what you're getting, bro. Like, I've never done this before. but I like the songs. So yeah, dude, I'll try it and see what's up. So I got there and I told him up front, I was like, bro, I don't have a bass guitar. He was like, don't worry, bro, I got you. And I was like, all right. So I go there to the practice, and he hands me the bass, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, these songs are in drop D. I was like, I don't know what that is, but we'll work it out. I was like, so yeah, I only started playing bass. I mean, this all came about less than 2 years ago. And if it wasn't for me being in Orlando Furioso, I wouldn't be in Idleminds, because our drummer in Orlando Furioso, he's in another band from DC called Keep Your Secrets, which if you like punk rock like that, like they're a really good band. So he was like, yo, I'm doing this tour thing, I have to step away. And I was like, fuck. Well, I was like, I know Idleminds has Holden. So I called Chris Joyce and I was like, hey man, do you think Holden would want to play drums in a hardcore band? And he was like, and Chris, he was just like, I don't know, bro. I'll trade you Holden if you come play bass in Idleminds. And I was like, yo, I get to not only ruin one, but two bands. I was like, Chris, you know what you're getting, dude. Like, you know what you're getting. And so I'm lucky that like Josh Wynn is a sick guitar player, and he's helped me a lot. Like, he yells at me a lot. He makes me feel bad about myself a lot because he's verbally abusive. But I think I've like Stockholm syndrome.
He's got a small penis, so nobody gives him any shit.
He yells at me a lot, but he's taught me a lot of shit. So, and I mean, I don't know. I've always been in the camp of fake it till you make it. Like, what I lack in fucking talent,
That's
bro,
right.
I make up for in passion and comedy.
That's right.
That's why we get along so well, Mike, man.
Yeah,
You
bro.
and I share a brain, I think.
Yes.
So another thing I noticed that you had for the artwork for the first EP, just entitled One, Orlando Furioso, right? So
Okay.
I noticed that the artwork is Grimcat.
I don't know.
You don't even know nothing about that.
Really don't know, bro.
I just brought it up because that's a buddy of mine, Cypress Watson, and he's a real good guy.
Oh man, tell him I said thank you.
Yeah, he's talented, man. He hooked you up too, man. That shit looks fucking tits.
Are you talking about the black and white one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like that, I love that.
He's with the monsters. He does like monsters and shit and fucking like the evil looking stuff.
Yeah, that shit's awesome. And then like my boy Alan Perry, he's this fucking graffiti cat that lives in Ohio. He did the album artwork for The District. Remember last time, Kenny, when you were asking me all these questions, and I was like, bro, I should probably ask my band. So I'm prepared for fucking when people ask me questions, because I was like, you were telling me stuff about my band, I don't know. And I was like, this is the best podcast ever.
Never heard.
I do some research, man. I'm
glad one of us does. I just show up and play.
Just a little bit.
I just show up and play.
Hey, if anybody's ever seen Idleminds, it's the whole show is as unprofessional as it gets, but it's such a great show because these guys are fucking just they're clowning around and they fuck with each other, and it's just hilarious, man. You're having a ball the whole damn time.
Yeah, dude, with Idleminds, like like I said, Josh and Chris and Holden, they're seriously really good musicians. Like Chris writes these massively like positive lyrics, like where he comes from. Like he reads all these books and stuff. He's all smart and shit. Like you wouldn't think just talking to him, because he's like me, dude. We know 7 words, bro, dude, rad, awesome, stoked. But I ripped that off fucking Joe Sib. But it's true. But like if you listen to his lyrics and shit, they're thought-provoking lyrics, man. It's really cool. And so we don't go into shows thinking like we have to get this shit perfect, because that's not, we're there to have a good time with everybody. You know what I mean? Like and that's really what we do it for. I mean, even in our Orlando Furioso, in a sea of bands where, you know, you deal with a lot of like serious content, you know, like social injustice or you know, straight edge bands sing about being straight edge and shit like that, or just like, you know, hardcore. It's not supposed to, it's not happy music, but I'm still up there, like me and Holt, like we just have a good time. Like there's nowhere that says hardcore can't be fun. It doesn't have to be fucking super angry all the time.
It's a fucking blast with you guys, man. I mean, that was a hell of a show. The music too is just amazing, and it is intense and it's upbeat, and you know, it put me in a good mood, man. That's all, you know.
Fuck yeah, that's
what I want.
No, that's all I care about, bro. Is like I'm lucky that I get to play all these shows with my bros, and I'm just there to fucking make memories with my friends, bro. Like
that's what, you know, like, Tuna asked me, because, you know, I got 2 shows. So I just played a show last night, and then I got another show tonight that you were supposed to play at.
Bro. Sorry. It's fucking,
but then, you know, and then now I'm doing this interview too, and he's like, man, how do you keep going? How do you do it? And I said, that's it, man. I get influenced, and I just love it, man, because you meet cool people, man. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't have met Mike here. And I wouldn't have even met Tuna, man, if I wasn't in a band and doing this shit, you know?
That's what's up. Yeah, dude, that's like the like all the friends that I currently have, like people, you know, like if you think about social media and you have people that you talk to, you might never meet in real life or whatever, like, especially being in Orlando Furioso, like we play in New York City a lot. We play in New Jersey, like New Jersey is our home away from home. And so all the people that I knew before I got in bands that I would just connect with because of hardcore or punk rock, I end up meeting and becoming friends with. And it's just, that's why I love the fucking punk rock community, man, because people are just legit. And, you know, for the most part, I mean, you always have like fucking bad eggs sometimes, but for the most part, dude, everybody's just cool and genuine. They just want to fucking have a good time and never grow up.
Absolutely.
For real. You know what I mean? Like, my wife, she's into like 80s metal and 90s alternative and stuff like that. And before me, she knew what punk rock was, because she's not, you know, she grew up in our era, but she had never been to shows or really experienced what like being in the punk rock scene's all about. Like, you know, we don't do this to make money or anything like that. Like, we just want to fucking hang out with our friends and have a good time. So that's why I like this shit, man. It's fucking awesome. And then all the cool bands, like, dude, I can't even we're really lucky in both of the or at least I'm really lucky, because both of the bands I'm in get to play these fucking rad shows with bands that I grew up liking and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, we have a show coming up in September with this band Four in the Chamber, which is this older band from New York City that was massive, and like, I think they played their last show 15 years ago. People are like flying in from Europe to come to this Four in the Chamber show that we're playing. And so it's like, I grew up listening to like Four in the Chamber and Irate and fucking shit like that, dog. And so and then now I get to go and fucking, you know, like play shows with them. It's sick, man. Like, shout out to fucking my boy Dusty from Extinguish the Code and Four in the Chamber, and Nick from Orlando Furioso Four in the Chamber actually have a new record coming out on 1054, and they had kind of a lineup switch to where now Lugo, my Gabagool buddy from Extinguish the Code. If you don't know Extinguish the Code, bro, fucking sick hardcore from the Bronx. Lugo from Extinguish the Code and Nick are singing for the new the new incarnation of Four in the Chamber. So and I've heard the record and it's really good. Like if you guys like fucking, it's just really good. I don't even know how to explain it. But that's coming out on 1054. Like Orlando Furioso is on 1054 Records. This crazy fucking this crazy ass Australian man named Peter Worrell, and he signs all the bands that he loves, bro. Like he's I don't know how old he is. I mean, he's definitely our age or above our age, but he grew up in the hardcore scene and loving this shit, and so he puts out worldwide bands, dude. It's unreal, and I'm lucky that I get to be surrounded by all these people who are now my friends that are so talented that I'm like, hey, can you like rub on my bass guitar and like osmosis, like give me talent through osmosis. But he puts out fucking sick hardcore bands that like that's where Brace for Impact, Extinguish the Code, Assault on Fifth, New Four in the Chamber, Orlando Furioso. I know I'm gonna forget some. Dogs of War, the old Detroit, they're not old, but Detroit hardcore band Dogs of War. They have a reissue coming out on 1054. New like Assault on Fifth comes out. Just look up 1054 Records on the socials, bro.
Absolutely. Mike, I just wanted to point out we got about 3 minutes left, so I just, in case we get cut off or something like that, I'm just letting you know. Okay. And so I just want to let everybody know, too, that if you want to check out Mike's music, he's got a lot of stuff on Bandcamp. So go to Idleminds on Bandcamp, and they got like 3 or 4 albums on there. They got a Time to Decide EP released in 2016, and they got their new one there in 2018, Brick by Brick.
Yeah.
And then they got a bunch of covers, too. They got a Bad Religion cover, Do What You Want. And then they got another single. Annihilation, I thought was a really good one too. I thought that was a really good song.
I told the dudes at Band Practice Friday, that's the one song that we don't play that everybody's like, bro, why don't you play Annihilation? So we're gonna bring it back.
Absolutely, good. That's good, man. Because we kind of want to play it on our show too.
Play it. Yeah, I'll get that shit straight today, dude. I will get that shit straight today for you.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate it, man. And also, so like we said, he's also in a band called Orlando Furioso. So now if you look that up, you got to make sure you put on Orlando Furioso Hardcore. That's a HC, baby. And so how many albums you guys got? You got a couple of them. District of Columbia, which is 22.
We have
and then Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice 7-inch. The black and white one. And then there's like a Halloween song.
Which is called One, I think. Yep. The EP, which is called One.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, if somebody
Halloween 3.
Yeah, if somebody looks
they got some covers too. Yeah, they do Dead Cities by The Exploited.
Yeah.
And they do Mar-a-Lago, Uberalis.
Yeah.
Which if you're not a Dead Kennedys fan, you might as well just stop listening to punk rock altogether.
Facts. But real
quick.
Right,
I just wanted to say.
Yeah.
We fucking love you, man. I really appreciate it, man. I can't wait to talk to Jam with you again.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
Yo, real quick, Cursewords has a new record coming out on Allegedly. Paperback Tragedy has a new record coming out on Allegedly. By Breeze, fucking Feet Pics. And then Silence Equals Death, Kirkby Kiss, Cropsy, Concrete Burials from New Jersey, Extinguish the Code from the Bronx. I don't know. Just hit me up. Look up records and Allegedly records. And,
that is a man of the community.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you so much for having me on your podcast, bro.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. Thanks for letting us play your music too, buddy.
Thank you, man. All right.
So everybody check out Allegedly Records and Idleminds, Orlando Furioso.
All right.
Love you, Mike.
Later. I love you, teens. Later, buddies.
Bye now.
Take it easy, buddy. Love it.
Everyone's destined for sorrow. The moment we open our eyes, suicidal dread that thoughts inside our head, flowing like oceans. We hold out hope for tomorrow, but there'll be a sun in the sky. Maybe all our pain will just go up in flames, burning till we can't feel it. We can dream if was a decent meal. Whoa.
When you see my face, you will know this is my revenge. Descending towards your ending. The opposition is fueling me, and from the pain I remain for all to see. destroyer of so much that you hold dear. Welcome to the zoo. Unpack your bags and unite. Come to like as behind closed doors. Fire the killers and thieves and whores. Money and power the king. The cycle repeated, it's all insane. Welcome to the zoo. This is Columbia. To the District of Columbia, where power is the law of the land. Welcome to the District of Columbia, held by the hidden hand. Welcome to the District of Columbia, where monsters roam into insane flames. Welcome to the District of Columbia, the things and the spreaders of disease. District of Columbia. Welcome to the District of Columbia. Welcome to the District of Columbia. Now it's time to die. The District of Columbia, where power is the law of the land. Welcome to the District of Columbia, held by the hidden hand. Welcome to the District of Columbia, where monsters roam into insane flames. Welcome to the District of Columbia, the things and the spread